should be online. Yeah, I think we are live. So
Okay.
I would like to first welcome everyone and Maria to this third prized arena of Chessinside.com.
Hi. Welcome, everyone. This is my second time with you.
Yeah, and
So
I hope it will be a good experience for both of us.
yeah, me too. As always.
Yeah, and so then let's first look at the players, right? So
Yeah, they
I
are
think,
the most
okay, I
important
have to
ones
withdraw
here.
myself from here because now I'm the eighth starting player, but I won't be playing, obviously. Um, so, okay, now we have quite good players already. So almost the top 10 is already titled players. There are a
I
few
can see some
grandmasters.
GMs. Yeah.
I think the last tournament was won by an Armenian grandmaster, but I cannot see him here.
Yeah, I remember him. We were talking about him that he's supposed to be the first one, and it turned out that he actually won the tournament.
Yeah.
So
And
there wasn't any surprise.
I saw he was playing with Nakamura in some tournament like a week ago or something. Yeah.
Really?
But I don't know what happened in the results.
Okay.
Okay, but 15 seconds and oh, there he is. It was this guy.
Oh, okay.
So what I will do is I will just
Follow okay.
watch him. I think watch games, and when it starts, it should already.
So it's almost like he heard us.
Yeah, exactly, and he joined. So let's just also remind that the first place gets £30, and second place gets 20, and third place gets £10.
Yeah.
And then there are some chess lessons for lesser rated players who make rank. So okay, this is the same thing happening again. That's they're making draws already.
Why is it?
I think he just wants to play with easier players.
Okay, because he played against a grandmaster, yeah. So that might be a reason.
So let's go back to the tournament. I think. Oh, but he didn't get points. See, because they make a draw in like less than some moves. So that's what happens in Lichess because it tries to prevent this.
So they probably weren't aware of this rule, right?
No.
They wouldn't draw if they were.
Yeah, yeah. So he got 0 points, but let's keep on watching him.
Okay, so
so he berserked, so he has only 1.5 minutes.
And it means that if he wins, he will get
extra points.
Double points, or
well, not double. I think it's instead of like 2 points for win, then now he gets like I think 3 points or 4 points, maybe double. But then there's this thing called like if you win games in a row,
yeah,
then you gain also more points. So if you are on a streak, you get more points as extra.
Okay,
we can see it in the I think once there are some games finished, we can see how those points are. Like you get 4 or 5 points depending on if you have streak or not.
Okay, I see. It's a bit complicated, but I think I will follow up.
Yeah, and well, I mean, now he's playing with Dr. X Stranger from Turkey, and it looks like it's quite okay. White, I mean, black seems better, but
well, the queen on f1 is questionable.
Yeah.
I don't think I would like my queen there, but I don't really understand knight to g6. I thought that knight was perfectly fine on f4, but I guess he has a plan to put it on f5.
Yeah, I mean, I think normally he's just waiting for the opponent to make some mistakes.
Yeah. He's trying to maneuver and
force him to do any mistakes, but
yeah.
Doesn't look like it's happening. So I think we might see another draw. But this time he gets points because they already played a lot.
For a longer time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so white has the advantage on the queen side, so it might be a problem for black since there is a way to create a passed pawn.
Which he did.
which he did.
But okay, they both have now fast pawns, so...
Yeah. And black's king is a bit more
Bishop
active than
d4
white's
here,
king.
probably. It's a good move
Mm-hmm.
by white.
But then you lose your pawn on b2,
No, but
b5. Sorry.
now you want the bishop here, so...
Ah, okay, you said bishop. Sorry, I heard knight.
No, yeah,
So yeah,
if it was knight, it would lose. And I guess it's a win for
king.
white here. Somehow.
Doesn't he have to go back with the king in order to stop the pawn? Oh, he's going
but
for...
now he
Also,
will
knight
get
c4, knight
checkmated,
e3.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, maybe knight e7 is a saving move. So he can play knight e7 and then knight d5 check in case he plays knight c4.
Okay,
Because
and then
if you move the king... Oh, but he didn't. And he took it. Weird.
Didn't he have time? Well, maybe
okay, but now he's winning, see?
Aha, so he is on time. And now if he plays...
Okay, let's check the board because this is an interesting...
Yeah.
So for our viewers, we tend to watch the games as much as possible, but then if we find some position interesting, we stop and analyze for a few minutes because the tournament is quite long. So it's good to get some...
So we have time.
Education, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I was talking about
knight e7,
knight
right?
e7, because that
Instead
seems to
of
be
b7.
Only thing that stops this knight c4 threat. Because now we can play knight d5.
So now king to d3.
Yes, and knight f4.
And king to e3.
Yeah, and then knight d5 again. So
yeah, so it might be a perfect...
Of course, I have b7, b8. So I think that it's just perpetual and a draw.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, of course, the black was a bit more experienced. It looks like the white player was not rated. So yes, these things happen in the end games.
Yes, yeah. So he was patient enough to wait for his opponent's mistake, and he won.
So
we're going to see the next one, right?
Let's look at the top game. There's between two Turkish players, actually.
Do you know them?
No. Well, his nickname means like you need brain.
Okay.
So yeah. And it looks...
I like black in this position.
Yeah, me too. More
they
active.
have the open d file and they are in control of it, so...
He gave away the a7 now.
Is it like a poisoned pawn that you don't really need to take because...
I would have taken it. For sure, yeah.
Well, that might be an only chance for a counterplay.
Exactly, yeah, that was the reason.
So now the plan would be to push the pawns as far as we can by playing f4, e3, create a passed pawn, and still
maybe
be in
just
control of the file.
as a... I mean, the rook on the second file and seventh file is quite threatening, so it's always kind of good practice too.
Okay, so it seems like...
Okay, but I think black is just winning.
That works too, and that might be it for white.
And the white player is first place, but okay, it's just the start of the tournament, so he probably won his games fairly quick against weaker opponents.
Also, they are not title players, so I think we
gave away the
queen.
Okay. But okay, nothing to do. I think he was just checking if he takes this one, he would take. So he made like a trick, you know. In case he doesn't see it's free.
It actually sometimes works because I fooled for this once or twice in my life.
Okay.
So if you are short on time and you are nervous about your game, then it might work.
All right. So now we are looking at another top player. So I don't know who this Adri D is. It's a French grandmaster. And he's playing a player from Italy. Or at least his flag is Italy.
An international company here.
And it looks...
And what's happening with a pin on the knight on c3?
Well, it's not... no. Well, queen
Couldn't he
d2.
defend it? Okay.
Yeah, now he missed this bishop d3, I think.
Yeah.
Because if he takes now, the knight is free from the pin.
Couldn't he have taken? He played the queen to c2 before the castle.
Let's see.
And just defend it all.
But then knight b4 is coming here.
Aha, okay, so it doesn't work either way.
I think the only way was bishop takes e4 actually, but he did not do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bishop takes, pawn takes, and knight d2 was probably...
Knight d2. He has to go to d2 because otherwise knight c5 and there's a pin.
On the file, yeah, exactly. But now Black should win this quite comfortably. He has more time as well.
Yeah.
So
he might be giving up real soon.
Yeah, and after this game, I think we can continue watching him. So we catch some games from the beginning, you know.
True.
So we don't start in the middle of the game. And I think in at least few more games, we will see some nice grandmaster action between themselves.
There's opening. It's interesting as well to see an opening time to time.
Exactly. So yes, here we go. It's the French grandmaster versus Vugar Rasilov from Azerbaijan as a black player.
So it might be a hard game for both of them.
But Vugar, he made Berserk, so he halved his time in exchange for possible extra points. So let's see what will happen. I think it's... I mean, now White is trying to play aggressive with the queen on the premature
but it seems like it can be trapped. Yeah.
I mean, Black is quite okay here, I would say, but still tricky.
He doesn't have an option to castle because there is a pawn on h6 hanging.
Yeah.
So actually, queen to h4 was kind of smart, but I would be afraid that it might get trapped.
Yeah, also it's... unless he castles, there's no... I mean, this is not doing anything, I guess. So maybe he wants to exchange it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Go to an endgame and...
I mean, it's fairly equal, right?
Yeah, right.
But who would you like to play as from this position?
I like those positions with White. It reminds me of Sicilian defense.
Yeah. I think that's where it came from, the game as well.
It started with c4, so it's supposed to be an English opening, and it turned out to be Sicilian.
It's pretty much the same position in this, like Sicilian with c4 as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, he missed. He made maybe a mouse slip or something.
Well, he had to defend the fork. Okay, and that's...
Yeah. Okay, so now he... okay, we can go back to the last position as well, just to maybe see. And because you were saying, oops, here we go.
Yeah, the 30th move, knight to g4, and he had to defend the fork on e3.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm talking about this move. So I think he mouse slipped because he was probably planning to take d4.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
okay.
He just
Either way, after rook to d4, there's rook to c2, right?
I mean,
rook to d2 in order not to lose the pawn on a2.
But I mean, this is so probably winning already for Black.
Yeah, especially for a grandmaster,
Yeah.
he shouldn't have any
An
problems
extra
here.
pawn. So let's look at the leader table then. By the way, let's see if there's any comments on YouTube. No.
Sure.
Well, just some people are saying hi.
Hi back.
We are saying hi back to them. And we can catch his first. Okay, so he just finished this game. The previous winner of our tournament. And I think we do, but I have to double check it. Why he's not starting a game? This is his last game. Oh, there we go. So his opponent again berserked against 2,800, which is something brave.
He does it a lot, I think. In the previous tournament, we were also surprised by it, but I think that's his strategy.
No, but now he didn't berserk the grandmaster, but his opponent did.
Okay, so before they know who they play against, do they have the option to do it knowingly, or do they?
No. You have to do you do it after the game starts, so you already know who you're
you
playing
already know
with.
who you play against. Okay.
You do it from before you make your first move.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, white has double bishops, but
and a passed pawn.
Yeah, but I think that passed pawn is
going to
soon
be lost.
Soon to be lost.
So it would be nice to be able to play c4, but he's not on time.
Yeah, and now he has
he didn't want to exchange the queens.
And isolated pawns.
Yeah.
I mean, the endgame is better for black, obviously, because of the pawn structure of the white is very weak.
Yeah. These are weaknesses, and they can be easily attacked.
And white also has only 30 seconds left, so I don't see how
the pawn on a3 is hanging.
He will be doing anything, yeah, and he lost.
So it wasn't the best decision to
berserk now, especially against a player who is quite good. He is 2,800, so that's one of the top ratings in Lichess, actually.
Yes, and let's face it, much better than the player who's playing white right now.
So he will probably try to trick. Maybe
yeah, so he still has to be careful.
Could have been, yeah.
But knight to e5 should work. Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's pretty much over. So
winning.
I will.
Oh, okay. So the pawn went down.
Okay, I wasn't watching that part.
We missed
what happened? Yeah. But okay, I think it's just 2 seconds left. I don't think he will be managing to do anything.
Yeah.
Well, he's fast.
So he's playing on time, right?
Yeah.
But still, he missed. He felt too sure and missed. And he won on time, but it wasn't a clean win, as they say.
No. So we have something like 21 viewers now, which is pretty much the same number we had in the previous stream as well, I would say. Maybe it will increase. All right, so now we have a Grandmaster action.
So we've already watched both of them before. This one is from France or Italy?
France,
the one who
yeah.
France, okay.
I'll read the, I can check his name on a separate...
We have some spectators alongside with us. They are also watching this game.
Yes, it's a popular game. Yeah,
Mhm.
this black player is Adrian Demuth,
Okay.
FIDE rating of 2542. So he's a
A solid
grandmaster.
player,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so he went back with a queen because there was an option to do some double attack, discovered attack. Okay, so who would you prefer to be right now, black or black?
black or black?
Black or black?
um,
White or black?
I would say white. I mean, the black bishop is just okay. So they made a draw, by the way, which is weird.
It is weird because the black king is kind of, it might be in danger.
And also the thing is, um, he loses the streak of win streak, so he gets less points for the future games until he gets
Okay,
a streak again.
so if you win how many games in a row, then
I think it
you...
starts from the third game. So if you
Okay,
start winning three games in a row, it starts giving you extra points.
I see.
And he went berserk as black against another grandmaster, Evgeny Levin.
So that's weird because if you play black, then it's harder to win, I think, if you have to.
Exactly, yeah.
And in the previous position, he had a really solid position and he had some options. The bishop, the black's bishop, didn't have any perspectives.
No,
All of the pawns were on white squares.
but
This
yeah,
season.
I mean he won the last tournament, so maybe he thinks his strategy works. So we
Yeah,
cannot say much on that,
yeah.
probably. And I can show after this game the how the points are working.
Mm-hmm.
And it's now this position is starting to get a bit more
Complicated.
complicated. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, he has
I
to be
mean there
careful. There
was
is a fork on e7
yeah,
coming if he doesn't defend it.
well he
So he has
did.
to play rook d7.
Okay, so this is going for a draw again,
Yeah.
a
Mm-hmm.
perpetual.
He doesn't want to play rook to e8 because then
No,
rook
but then
to
you lose your
d1,
pretty much your
all the
yeah,
advantage
all the
on the
advantage.
d-file. Mm-hmm.
So okay, so here it is. For example, if you look at this player, like on the sixth place, you see that he won one game, and then he berserked another game, and he won that one as well. And then he
Yeah.
didn't berserk, but he won that one, so he gets 4 points. And then
Yeah.
if you look at the third place, so he won, he berserked, and then he berserked again and won, so that's why he gets 5 points.
I see.
So if you are on a streak and like win normally, you get like 4 points, and if you win on berserk on and streak, you get 5 points. And if you make a
Mm-hmm.
draw or if you lose, then your streak is over. So you start from 2 points or 3 points again if, from winning. It depends on if you berserk or not. So
Okay. Okay. I think I get it.
yeah, it's a bit different pointing system than the regular chess tournaments, but this makes it a bit more
Interesting,
interesting, let's
I
say,
guess. Yeah.
because it gives
Anything can happen.
the players the option to berserk.
Yeah.
So I went to this. So he berserked again, by the way. So let's make a quick look on how the game went. So he already gave up a pawn, the black.
So it seems like if you don't berserk, then you don't really have the option to win the tournament. So you have to do it, even if you don't want to.
Yes, that's pretty much. I mean, at least for the very weak players you face against, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
probably better to berserk against them. and now I think he will be winning this very easily.
Yeah, those 2 pawns are unstoppable.
And he's still playing.
I think it won't last for long now,
No.
but still. It's something soothing about watching someone checkmate the king.
Yeah, there it is.
You got him. And we go straight to another one.
Yeah, again, so these two, they have made a draw before.
Okay, so you can play against the player you've already played with, right?
Yes, you can. I mean, usually you cannot play with them like in a row. But I think you can play. I mean, there's probably some algorithm that arranges it, so it tries to not make you play with, I think, the players that you have played with. But I played many times with the same opponent, so if you're around the same point range, it's inevitable that you play with them. And I mean, I think that's normal because in this kind of tournaments, there is maybe you at least play 25, 30 games, so that's normal.
So there have to be like 200 players in order not to meet the one you've already played with.
Well, in the same points, maybe like around the same point range that you are playing, because the pairings is done such that it tries to find an available player, like who is not playing, obviously, because it's not like regular chess rounds where you wait until
everyone
you
to
don't.
finish the game.
So because of that, so it needs to be both players should be just not playing at that time, and also then it tries to find the one that's closest to you point wise. So that's how the pairing works. And yeah.
Okay, in the meantime, we have a rook endgame, and black has a really advanced pass pawn, and he's going for some other pawns, and well, he loses the one, but I think it might be a draw, right?
Yeah, but I don't understand. So here I was thinking of something else, but let's look at it quickly. What happens if he made, let's say, a3? Because now I threaten to take this one, and then I save this pawn as well. Like here, if you take, I take with this, and then I can always even exchange the. But okay, we can look at it after the game, maybe.
B5. Okay.
Yeah, let's watch it. And yeah, so this is the current position. It
should be a draw, I guess.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's kind of risky to take it, or maybe not.
Yeah,
I think it's still on time. Rook to h1. Well, he has to go back, right? Rook to h1 and then rook to c1 in order to block the pawn.
And I mean, so now it all depends if he can. Well, the king is not okay, so he made like that. Okay, so he figured it would be better to block the passed pawn with the king, and yeah, I mean, obviously because so this is a good move. Oh, that's nice. But why not c2? Okay, he just wants to make draw. Yeah, and that's it. But where are they playing? They're still playing on time. Well, I don't. I mean, it will be 50 moves before you, flag your opponent. Yeah. You go without taking anything, capturing anything, and then it's a draw. And they are both fast, so. Yeah, that's definitely will be 50 moves, I think.
Do you sometimes play on time?
Yeah,
When you
obviously,
know.
but not. I mean, if it's like few seconds left of the opponent.
Yeah.
And let's see. I mean, the last taking was it's draw.
The draw. Can we go
Yeah,
back to the game and
exactly.
see what
Maybe I
happened
just
there?
put the analysis board, and I was talking about this. So here, you say b5.
Yes, I say b5
I just
and
take
then
this one.
c6. I'm not sure if it works, obviously, but
So now
that might be
there's
an
a
idea.
secret threat. I want this one actually. Like if you do I don't know this one.
c6,
I
right?
just check.
Well, I have to capture it.
If you take this, I mean, okay, you cannot take it anyway. I was more thinking if you take, but okay, so you take.
I have to capture the
Okay.
rook, right? And then if you recapture with a rook, I take the pawn on f3, and if you capture with a pawn,
yeah, you're right.
I play king e1.
So maybe first we have to take this one.
And well, I'm thinking about b6, but I think I can capture the pawn because you can take it back.
But now, how about this? Now my goal was to like protect f3 because I mean, if these two pawns are gone, this looks quite like a draw. I mean, 3 pawns to 2 pawns.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how the rooks are placed, but it's more or less.
So I can play c7, maybe.
Yeah. But now I can take it, and still you cannot
king
take
to
this
f3.
one. I mean, because I have always these kind of threats.
Okay.
You're too slow for that.
So I won't be having any checks on the side if I took the pawn on a2 and then try to check on the a file. But he can hide on
yeah.
d5. Well, not really.
I mean, I think if you give away the g3 pawn, it's gone. So, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't sure.
Well, it obviously would be better than what happened in the game.
What does the computer say? Well, the computer says draw if you just take a takes a2. And this, yeah,
okay,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, computer is always
better than us.
Yes, unfortunately. And now let's look at the table. So we have the
first one. We haven't seen this player yet.
No, and I think he's a Dutch player, Thomas Bertsen, 2495. He's international master, but I think he's might be close to the grandmaster title then. And he's now playing with another grandmaster, so they just started. I will just check the opening since they are not far away.
Sure.
Okay. So this is a unusual kind of openings.
Yeah, I don't know how to call it even.
But it's not good for black, I would say. Or well, I mean, he gave up a pawn, I guess, unless no, he gave up a pawn.
Okay, well, the king's position is not the best.
No. So I think he missed knight e5 here because now he wants both the h5 and c6. So I think knight
so
g3.
he doesn't have time to take on e5. But what if he took the knight on
with bishop? Yeah,
with a bishop.
I think that could have been done, but then bishop takes e5. No, not possible either.
Because both of the pieces are hanging.
Yeah.
The knight on h5
and f6 doesn't work because it's check.
There's a check.
Yeah. But let's go back to the game and there we go. Yeah, I mean white should be quite comfortable here.
Quite good. Yeah. So it's even better to leave the king in the center because he will be just
Yeah,
fine.
he just resigned because it's, I mean, doesn't make sense to play.
Yeah,
So now
such a game.
he lost.
And waste time.
He was going to get a streak, but now he doesn't have, obviously. But let's keep watching because he's now playing this Armenian Grandmaster. So they both berserk, so we'll see a quite fast game now. Which, yeah, I cannot comment that fast, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm trying
Black
to.
is winning actually now, I guess, or in a better position.
Bishop
B4 is
B4
coming at some
is
point.
coming. Yeah.
So if you now maybe just castle and it's should
Or
be okay.
H5. Yeah, also castle works, and then F5, for example. Bishop D2.
Oh, the king is going on a trip, I think. If yeah, G4. Oh, this is nice.
That's a checkmate on G5.
Yeah. It's a nice.
Or G4.
It's
Yeah.
a perfect
That's a
miniature.
really
It's
nice game.
20 moves.
Yeah.
Or exactly.
So what happened in the
What
opening?
happened is that
Something went wrong.
he I think he missed bishop b4 and e5. So now, if you just let's go back to this position. Yeah, here. I think here he probably should have played, I mean, bishop h4 or something, so you don't give away this e5 with the tempo.
Okay.
Because for bishop b4 now there is e5. Oops. E5. So he wants to get the bishop and then bishop b4 at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what to do?
So he played f3, which I don't think was the best idea. Wasn't it better to take the pawn on e5?
Bishop b4 this, and you're just checkmate.
That's a checkmate.
And
so he didn't really have a choice.
I think this would have been better, no? Because now you prevent bishop b4 check. Actually, this is much better. I mean, maybe winning already, or at least a material. I mean, what do you play? c6, probably.
Yeah, I think that's the only option.
You give away a free pawn.
b5.
No, I think this is just
doesn't work, right?
I mean,
maybe I would take it and then bishop b4, try to play bishop b4 and
you're already down a bishop. Sorry, a pawn. So
yeah, but at least I created double pawns, so that might be.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can attack it, but
still, right.
But
so he could have defended himself in
and he
some
missed
way.
It.
It happens.
Yeah, and we are already past around 40 minutes already. And here is how the top rankings look like. So we have the Dutch International Master and second place. I have no clue who it is.
Someone new.
Fire Ani Girl, which I don't know, doesn't say the name. And third place is Ugar Rasulov, who just actually finished. So I think I will
follow him.
And since he will start
him from the beginning, right?
So this is his old game, and once he starts, it will show up as a new game. And in the meanwhile, I take a look at the. Is there any comments? No, there's some Polish comment, but I cannot pronounce it.
Really?
So
can you show me this, or you're unable?
There's actually two Polish comments now. You're getting popular, so. All right, so this is a game, both of them berserked, which is quite brave. And it looks like black is quite okay here.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
knight e4.
it's almost always better to leave the king in the center in such positions, so black doesn't waste time for the castle.
But he gave up a pawn.
But he gave up a pawn, so that might be a problem for black right now.
Well, I mean, he has quite good knight here. Okay, he solved that threat. I mean, the d4 knight is quite good as well in that sense. And I will read the Polish comments after this game.
Okay.
I will try to read it, so.
So I will understand. Okay.
No, I don't think so. I don't think my Polish is that good.
Neither is my Turkish.
Okay, so it's quite interesting because the passed pawn, can he do anything with it? Rook h3 now? No. Well, he wants to knight.
Well, I think this knight is too strong to go around him, and
yeah, but he wants to just give some checks somewhere, but no, that's not possible.
So in this case, knight is much better than the bishop. But still, he's trying to create some.
Yeah, but it's still very complex position, I would say. Can go either way, especially in a blitz game. Maybe he will get some tricks.
So obviously he couldn't exchange the minor pieces, because if he got rid of the bishop, then the a pawn, passed pawn, would become a queen. But now still, I don't think he's able to do anything. Oh.
So he tricked somehow. Oh, but he won.
Yeah.
But I think we should look at what happened there. It was.
Yeah, was it inevitable? Did he have to play like this?
Oh, okay. So Rugar Rasulo won that game against Mener Manche, and he got closer to the first place. But let's look at where it went. So first, I think he gave up this
yeah, so that was the first
a6
mistake.
pawn, where let's see, around here. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So it's. I think he was. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he wanted to somehow get to the b5, but even that is not
but
good.
still, yeah, it doesn't work. Also, not only did he gave up the pawn, he also freed the bishop, the light squared bishop, and the bishop was able to go to d3, and then the knight was in danger.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that was the first mistake, but still he managed to create something out of it.
Yeah, so I'm going a bit fast here to get to that interesting position. So he got some pawns, and he was able to get quite fast here.
Yeah.
And e7, so bishop b5 is natural. He wants to protect the e8. G5. And here, okay, I think this move is a mistake, because now this
King
is inevitable, I think, to get
so wasn't it better
queen
to
is hanging.
Go to h6 with a queen, with a king,
Yes.
instead of to
So
h8?
Here, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was. It's probably. I mean, one of these should be hanging at some point, because now there's probably check and check coming somewhere.
Yeah, so he could have played rook f6 check
Here, or
Yeah.
No, but now it's just
And then rook f5 and take the bishop.
yeah, it's interesting. But I think you give up this pawn. But okay, it's rook 2 pawns versus queen after all.
Yeah.
You're right.
So I thought that maybe
Probably something like this.
we wouldn't take the knight on h5 and play king to g5. I'm not sure if that works.
No, but then you give up the queen.
After rook f6.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is actually quite interesting. It's like a study.
Yeah. So, well, you have to trick him in order not to let him do the fortress. I'm not sure if it's possible to do the fortress right now, but with the 2 pawns and a rook, well, it might be hard to win against one queen.
Yeah, you're right. But this is quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, but at least we are seeing some interesting games here.
Yeah, sure.
Oh wait, okay, I'll try to read the Polish comments to you.
Okay.
So it
Let's
was
have it.
from Adam Reichmar.
Okay. And what does he say?
It says, Marysia, jesteś taka piękna?
Yeah, it's. I think I think it's my friend. It's actually. I know him very well.
All right.
He said, "Maria, you are very beautiful."
All right. And
Yeah.
okay, the second one I don't think I can read, so I'll just copy paste to you
Okay.
on Skype. And in the meanwhile, let's check another game. Okay, so we have another first-person player, because first place player who is still winning on the Berserk. So you see that he came quite fast from the behind.
Yeah.
This is Fire. I guess it's
Yeah. We were trying to figure out who he is.
He's maybe like Anish Giri fan, because like Ani Gir. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, there he also started a game just now.
Okay, so he berserk and he's trying to win and get more points.
And I mean, the opposite player is not that good compared to him.
Yeah.
So there's a 700 rating difference. And
so obviously, it's always a good idea to go berserk.
Yeah, especially when I think he has the streak. So if he wins this with a berserk, he gets like 5 points. So because we saw in the previous competitions that it might be super close between first and second places. So I think every bit of point helps.
Yeah. Okay, I just got your message, and I think those are my friends trying to be funny. And they said, I agree with a fellow man who commented. And Maria is not only a great chess player, but also a beautiful woman. So thank you very much.
Okay, we thank our Polish
viewers. Yeah. At least they are watching. Well, they don't know anything about chess. They are trying to play from time to time, and they also always ask me questions. For example, what is a castle and how can a king move? So that's all they know. But at least they're trying.
But they can take chess lessons from Chessinside. We have classes for all beginners and every level, especially this is what I actually wanted to also comment about, because this I don't know if you watched the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I've watched
on Netflix. So after that, there has been a quite dramatic increase for interest in chess.
Yeah, I've heard about
everyone.
I also read that there has been an increase on eBay, and that people started looking for chess sets to purchase.
Exactly.
Well, so that's really nice.
And also like especially with like Corona pandemic, it was people already started like playing more chess because
Yeah.
they were stuck at home and they didn't want to go out, and online chess is quite good way of passing some time.
Yeah. And trying to be smart in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. And because you also always hear from people, yeah, I always want to learn chess, but then they kind of never get this motivation to learn.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think now this both the current situation and also the this popular culture gave it that push. So it's
Yeah.
nice year for chess, let's say, at least for it to get popularized, but not
Yeah, sure.
for the
So
world.
have you watched Queen's Gambit?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I mean it was quite good. I mean it's I like the fact that the all the games were done in a way that it's realistic.
Yeah, yeah. I was surprised by it
But
too.
I think it was Kasparov who was
Yeah.
at least giving some consultancy or
Yeah, I
preparing
just
the
wanted to
games.
mention that.
Yeah,
I've also seen him posting on his Facebook wall some interesting article. Well, I haven't read it till the end, but he said that he has never gained so much interest, even when he played against Karpov while they were fighting for a world championship. Like now when people found out that he gave some consulting to the Queen's Gambit, and people were asking him how was it and how did it look like, and he said that he people were never interested in who they are now. So that's actually
exactly. Yeah. So we have first place and second place players are now both berserking. So this is a quite intense game. It will be.
yeah.
So it's Fire Anish Guri, I guess his nick, and the black player is Vugar Rasulov from Azerbaijan.
Okay.
And Queen C3 already now he didn't do. Okay, I think he missed that move, but that
He
can
keep on
happen.
forgetting about it, I think.
Well, maybe it wasn't that easy, but because you have okay, we can look at. I think we should look at it after the game, but
Sure.
now it's over almost.
Bishop c4 is actually a really clever move. I was thinking something about doing a castle, but it would be too passive.
Yeah, and now it's pretty much over, and he's just yeah thinking, but
Okay, so let's see.
yeah, and there
Take the pawn.
Adam is saying that he also knows Sicilian defense. So apart from castle,
Okay. I have to ask him about it. I'm not really
okay,
sure he knows it.
yeah, he's learning
Yeah,
secretly. Yes.
I think he just heard it. I think he heard us talking about it. That's why he knows
Okay.
it.
So here b6, he takes. He took e7. So is there queen c3 now?
King to e2.
Yeah, I think this is a tricky move because now he has this. Yeah, that's
Bishop h6, right?
I guess it's.
And that's it.
Well, I mean, he plays this, and I think you have to
you can
take
take
it.
it. Yeah.
I mean, you have to. And takes. So what's left? It's so 3 pieces, and pawn wise, it's white has 1 pawn more. So okay, so queen c3 is not a good move then, we can say.
Well, still better than what happened in the game. So I think that in order to reach this kind of a position, he should have played this because, well, he lost after a couple of moves, so I think it was his only choice.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is just over, so he cannot do anything.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
bishop c4 is actually kind of impressive.
Oh, okay, yeah, it looks like it's free hanging, but
Yeah.
he cannot take.
The rook is hanging on the 8, right? And that's a checkmate.
All right, and Marcin is saying that he defeated a bot on a chess app.
With my help.
Okay, yeah, but he didn't say that detail. So
he wanted to hide it. Did you know that you can play against Beth Harmon on chess.com?
No, I had no clue.
Well, they created a bot which is Beth
Aggressive.
Harmon. Yeah. And you can play against a couple of her versions. I think you can play against her when she was a child, then when she's a teenager, and when she's older. But I'm not sure how old is
no,
she
I
in
haven't
those
tried.
versions.
And now the game looks like White is attacking quite well, but anything can happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Knight to
but
f7.
yeah.
Even if you can't count it till the end, count the variation, then you should go for it.
Yeah, it's just intuitive to play it, and I think, I mean, so with this kind of style, I think you're also attacking player then.
Yeah, rook to d7,
Oh,
and
nice.
that's it. Yeah.
So if he takes, it's just over. Checkmate. Well, he has to take. So. And let's look at tournament because it's almost half an hour left. So 34 minutes left, and there's a clear lead in the tournament. It's 12 points, so it's almost 3 games or 4 games. It depends if you can berserk or not.
Yeah.
Difference. So I think we are seeing quite clear winner, and the second and third places are very close to each other. But I think the previous winner of the tournament can also make a comeback at some point.
Sure.
If we see
as
that
he did in the previous tournament, as I recall.
He is not now. Okay, then Vugar will start a new game, so let's watch him. And yeah, so we're coming to the new game. He berserked against Pilot Penguin.
Okay, that's a nice nickname.
And it's, well, the name is, the real name is not there, at least.
Okay, I know this variation.
D5,
do you
right?
know it
It's
too?
no, not D5. Now the bishop is on E7. Okay, no, I don't know this one.
Okay, so he's not on C5 then.
Yeah.
Me neither. Okay, because if the bishop was on C5, then you play D5 and go with a knight on E4.
Exactly, but now it's better for white because now you almost lose, or at least white has quite good advantage now.
Position, yeah.
I mean, I think he takes B3, takes, and D5, and it's somehow okay now.
Well, so maybe it would be a better idea to play bishop f4 rather than knight c3.
Yeah, because I think you should prevent this D5 move at all costs. Because now black is...
It seems like black is fine.
Just equal.
Yep.
But he's playing very slowly. I mean, he lost 1.1 minutes versus 15 seconds, almost just 13 seconds actually, for white player. So if it goes like this, I think he will lose on time.
Also, I'm not sure it was a good idea to open the A file.
And he gave up a pawn already. So I think we will be seeing. Well, it's still tricky. Rook b8, and then you open the b file as well.
Mm-hmm.
b3, rook b3, rook b2.
So it seems like he's doing just fine playing against a grandmaster.
Yeah, it's 700 points difference, so it's quite must be hard for him. But I think he done okay until now. It wasn't the best moves, but he at least has some chances of draw now.
Well, it should be a draw if the pawns are on the king side and there are none of them on the other side. It doesn't really matter if you have the knight or a bishop.
Yeah, but it's
if you don't lose any more pawns, then you should be just fine.
But it's hard to defend, I think, for lesser rated players.
Yeah, sure.
Especially when the pawn is also not connected, so it's two separate pawns. It might be harder to defend it.
Sure, but I think all you have to do is
because okay, he already gave away. But yeah, go on, please.
And all you have to do is make sure that your king is protecting both pawns, and you can just keep on moving the bishop and defending the f5 pawn, and that's it.
But like, what happens if you somehow in this position you just bring the knight to f4?
Yeah.
So you cannot protect h5 easily. If you put your king on h6, then this king also comes to f6. So it's then he can switch to f5 very easily.
Okay, so then you say that you would maneuver the knight from g5, for example, and go.
No. Well, I put my knight to f4, and then
so
my
how
ideal
do you
position.
Want to attack the f5 pawn then?
Well, it depends on where you put your king. So if you put your king to h6 because you want to protect this pawn, and I have my knight in f4, and then I put my king here to f6, white king, and then once my knight is on f4, I can just maneuver knight g2, knight e3, and then attack the f5 pawn.
Okay.
Of course, it's not super simple because then you have to somehow look out for
I just
f3.
want to say, in the meantime, I can attack the f3 pawn, but
yeah, I think this might be winning for white.
It can be tricky for black, as you said. It's not so clear.
So 28 minutes left, and 61, 51, and 51. So it's they got a bit closer, and he also lost a game just now. So he lost his streak points.
Yeah.
So now let's say the third player looks third, and both they will get streak points if they win their next games. I just click on the first board, and it's they're both equally rated almost, so they're both berserking. And let's see what will happen. He also already lost a pawn, I guess. Yeah. So looks good for black.
Okay. Well, nothing much is happening, right?
No, it's well, I mean, he will slowly progress, I would say. Oh, he already lost g5, so I think we'll see a resign. Yeah, this is the classic Cambridge Springs variation, you know.
Okay.
With queen a5, and you always put this knight e4, but it's a kid's trap, but kids usually just forget about this diagonal. So yeah. so he won that game, and we can keep on watching him. So he just started a game against the second place player. So
that might be interesting for us.
yes, and the second place player obviously berserked because he wants to catch the first place, and the first place did not berserk because he wants to play more secure, and if he gets any point out of this, it's better for white and the first place player, obviously.
I think he offered a draw. I'm not really sure
Yes.
because I have smaller letters than you do.
Yes,
but I think he
our
did.
viewers cannot see it, but yes, white offered a draw, but black declined it.
Yep.
But white now gave up a pawn on g2, and it's getting trickier. But he will get e5 at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But nothing happens really.
Still, he has the bishop over a knight, and if there's a play on two sides, then
I mean, he has 3 pawns to 2 pawns, so I think he will just try to push these as much as possible.
And why will try to push the d pawn? Because that's his only option.
Oh, so now he has to go maybe here.
Rook to h7, right?
Oh, he
h5.
didn't. Maybe he wants the king a bit away for that.
h5, and now, oh, okay, h4.
He cannot take, it's free.
And now he can take
Now he cannot take either, no. And black has less time, so he needs to find at least some winning position soon, which he seems to be struggling.
Well, the knight is kind of annoying, and
yeah,
I will capture it as well. Well, it seems like he might be winning some pawns here.
Well, it's
really here.
Well, it looks like it's draw, no?
Wasn't he able to go for a b file pawn?
I think
and
no,
then...
I don't think, because once you reach here, I think the black was at d5 or something. We can check it, but
okay, the pawn was on g5, right? So
yeah.
okay.
So
I'm
once he played king
were.
c3, I take g5, b4, f4. Oh no, he could do it, but I think it's
now that's a draw.
Draw, yeah. But we can look at it. This is a draw.
He's trying to win on time.
Yeah, but yeah, you will get repetition if it's just a pawn and king, unless you give up the d6, and then it's a draw anyway. We were talking about. Okay, let's move a bit fast. So there, a lot of things happened here.
Okay.
Okay, you're saying
king to c3, king to g5, king to b4, king to f5, f6, okay? And king to e6, king to c6, and now
it's winning.
White wins.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe he miscalculated it.
Well, that's actually a weird choice to go to the other side, because you always know that there's a threat
he probably
promoting the queen.
wanted to somehow block, but then you have this pawn always, so
right.
Doesn't make much sense. So, but anyway, he's still in the first place, and well, it's 7 points now between them, and only 21 minutes left, so a few more games, and we can look at some game that will be starting soon, maybe. Yes, so the third place.
Let's do it.
they seem to be both untitled, but of course you never know. Sometimes it's just anonymous player. So
Sure. But still, they're highly rated, so
exactly, it will be a good
we
game.
can.
And they did not berserk, so it's kind of makes it easier for us to at least say a few
To
words
follow.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. It seems like
knight d4. Oh, you don't have bishop. Then you have bishop h7. So he made a trap probably because this looks so tempting, but then you have this.
So in order to prepare it, oh, he didn't go for it.
No.
Bishop f6 maybe. I don't.
I think you should
Well,
play.
I would like to improve my bishop from e7. It seems like f6 is the best place for
White
it.
offers draw. They made a draw.
Yeah.
I mean, this is quite equal, I would say, as well. So since he started a new game, I will watch him again. Now he berserked and he's against a weaker opponent. And the opening is just classic.
I don't like this kind of positions. They seem boring to me.
Yeah, you are more tactical player, I guess. So
yeah, I think so. But well, I also like to maneuver my pieces and try to improve them. But I don't like this kind of positions. I don't like this opening because I never know how to play. Well, maybe it's time to learn something, but I never seem to have time or
interest.
or interest, right? So that's why I've decided to play Nimzovich defense with black on against d4.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's resign, I guess, or okay, he's playing.
Okay, so
yeah, I
I'm
think
not
we
really
can.
Sure what he's hoping for.
Yeah, I think we can say it's over for him.
Yep.
And try to see how it looks in the. So it's 6 points now, the difference, and they are not. They're both out of their streaks, and another player is coming with a streak here. Well, not yet. One more game, and so it can go either way actually. And let's try to find a game that's well, the second place player, Wugar Slow, is playing with Pilot Penguin. Our favorite nickname.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his.
And it's so what's going on here?
I'm not really sure. Can we go back to the beginning?
Yes, exactly.
Because I'm really interested in how it went.
Okay, so this is the same opening. So he played again because it was the same player that was playing this game.
Okay, and the difference is that the opponent played knight g4 instead of knight e4, right?
Yes. And so okay, that's how the rook f8 happened, and then he gave up f2 in exchange for h7. And how it continued is so this is the current position. Yeah,
so it doesn't seem like it was a smart decision to give up the f2 pawn or h7 pawn because the queen had to go back.
But how will you continue now with black? I mean, what's the plan?
Well, I was hoping for knight f6, but then but he played knight.
Hmm.
Okay, so I was hoping for a castle on the queen side, but I don't really have time for it because
And you cannot move it. But now he cannot take at least, or it will be quite dangerous to take it. So now, oh, he didn't castle. He, for some reason, liked this one better, but knight h3, bishop e4, and knight g5 finishes it, I guess. Or even take it, I mean, doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, yes. Now it's possible. So he saw that. Wasn't good. Yeah.
it wasn't good at all.
I just, calculated as if it was.
Queen to c2.
Yeah. So it looks like he can just take it and.
c7 is in danger right now.
I think now you have rook f2.
Yeah, I was thinking about
Only
rook
move.
g3, so I would have a
But
check
now
on
you
e4.
gave up c7.
Didn't he
What's
see
going
that?
on? I think he will not manage to stay on time here.
Yeah.
6 seconds.
Queen f4.
Oh, he played so perfect, but not enough time.
Yeah.
Oh, he gave away.
I.
Yeah, but let's look at this position because it's quite interesting.
Sure, it was really interesting. And I think he could have won.
I mean, obviously he was winning for sure, like
yeah, easily,
everywhere.
Actually.
But it's okay. So he wants now c7. And now he took it, and check. So protect c7 at the same point. Rook c1. So
and you said that
I mean,
rook to f2.
I haven't calculated, but it looks tempting to me.
I was thinking about the rook on g3, so I would have a check on e4 after.
Yes, my idea was to come with actually this rook as well,
with a rook on
to kind of protect, to get this f file, but then maybe actually this is possible.
I was thinking about king to g1 because now you have a check on e4, right?
But this doesn't do much. That's why
you can cover the king.
Maybe with this, and I mean this is if you go to like g1 or something. Maybe you have these kind of threats. G2.
And I can't really go to h1 to hide because
and
there is a queen e4
either. Check, and is it a mate?
Yeah.
This is no. He gets away with it.
King to h4.
Yeah. Incredible. I think your suggestion might be better actually. Maybe g3.
Well, it gives white less chances, less options. So
yeah. I mean, I guess you have to take it, right? Yeah. I mean, taking is the only option.
Yeah.
And down.
And now queen e4.
And
what can you play? King to f2. And now I can play either rook f8 or knight
h3 as well. Yeah. Actually, this is better, I think. But still, you have. I mean, I don't know. You give up like this.
Okay. How about queen f3 instead of rook?
I think, yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. You just play this, only move and checkmate.
Yeah.
So yeah, was quite good tactic. He missed. Against the
Maybe he was
grandmaster.
afraid of giving up a rook because, well, that's
And
A serious
it's
decision to do.
10 minutes, 11 minutes left, and we have 13 points difference. So I think he will be winning quite. Oh, became 15 points because he just finished another game. And let's watch him, and then maybe we can say that he won, and we can look at the second and third place because those are
Okay.
also prized places. So
That's actually surprising, right? Because he defeated all of those grandmasters and international masters. So he must be in a good shape
yeah,
today.
or he's a good blitz player.
Yeah.
Okay, our
I don't like the queen here, right? It's quite trapped.
yeah, but I think he will get away with it.
Bishop d7, a5.
Yeah, our viewers are also asking who is this fire Annie girl. So the black player, but
Maybe that's Anish Giri
no, but that's
girlfriend or.
oh okay.
I know he has a wife, but still.
Yeah, but she is a woman grandmaster, I guess. No,
Yeah, she is.
so I guess she would have that title instead, probably. Um,
Okay, so black is kind of short on time.
I mean, he berserked, I think. So
Yeah, but still his position is not so great because he
no, I
always
mean,
has to be careful about the king.
no, can't he just now? Okay, he played c4, but I would have just played b5. Oh, he
Well,
wanted
either way,
to do this, and but
because he couldn't have taken
still,
it because there is a rook. Yeah, okay.
it doesn't do much. I mean, you cannot play c5 now because
Yeah, it seems like c4 and d5 was kind of misplaced plan. It was better to play b5,
I think
as
he
you
just
said.
got fixated on this open file and the e8 rook that was hanging, but doesn't make much sense. And now he gave up a pawn. Well, did he? Because now the b7 is
under attack. Okay. Can he hide the king somewhere on e7?
well, he can, but
let's see.
I would play knight g5 here
Mm-hmm.
to get this rook away. I mean, he has to give up the rook basically, but he didn't. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he missed that one.
Yeah. As they say, the threat is more dangerous than the execution, so it was better to play knight g5, right? But still, queen to 8.
G8.
No, g8, right?
Yeah.
Right. Before. Okay, so he's trying to simplify the position.
I mean, the position is won, but he has to just finish it somehow.
Yeah.
In correct time, obviously. He because the black can also play, I guess, fast enough to try some tricks, but I mean, he doesn't have much material to try to trick him.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are.
Yeah. Also, knights are quite tricky, and when you are short on time. Okay, that's
so
it
we see
for
a fast.
black.
Well, you never know. Time.
Oh.
Oh, draw
Oh my
by
god, he
only
made it. He did it.
0.005 seconds.
Why lucky to take all of the black's pieces
E4, yeah,
to get the
exactly.
draw?
If he did not take this one, he would have lost it. So
Yeah.
at least he got away with some points here. Only 6 minutes left. So first player is this guy, and the second place now became our previous winner, Shant 777. Lots of sevens. And he just started a new game, so he's 3 points ahead. I will just watch his game. He has a berserk already.
So, is there any way that the first place will be taken by someone else, or
I don't think so. I mean, it's too much points unless he wins like I don't know, 2-3 games in a row very fast, which I don't think he can. It's only 5 minutes left, so maybe one more game that he will play, but not more. And like it depends how fast the opponent also plays, because I mean, in order to win fast, your opponent also has to play fast.
That's true.
If he wastes the 2.5 minutes, then you don't have enough time to play another game anymore.
I see. Okay, so in the meantime, our favorite player is winning the game.
I thought our favorite player is the pilot penguin. No?
Okay, so this is our second favorite player.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is over, and he should probably resign, but he wants to give him a bit hard time, I suppose.
Well, and he's not doing that actually.
Yeah, but getting him maybe a bit angry. So let's see.
Well, he's trying to waste his time.
I think he'll play until checkmated. So
Yeah. And he's thinking. Okay,
yeah,
another
and mate in
queen.
one. Oh no, come on.
That's not nice.
No, that's not nice at all. So I will look at the because I don't want to wait 1 minute for for him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's 18 points difference between two places, and now the sec. Okay, he resigned, so he won. We can see he mated the other player, and
So actually, the real competition
third
will
place.
be. Yeah.
So it's 62, 62, 61, and this game might be well. Okay, it just ended. Was tough luck. 2 points, 5 minutes left. So he has 65 now, 62, 61, and there's no streak actually. So the most points he can win is 3 points. So at most he can equalize. But let's see. I mean, if he just draws this game, he's third place now, the black player.
Okay, let's see. Okay, did something wrong happen in the opening? Is he supposed to play a6 before, or at least play
I'm not
bishop
sure.
before?
I don't play that line, so
Okay.
maybe there's some tricky business there. But now he seems to be up a pawn.
But I think White made a mistake in the meantime.
Yeah, I think so as well.
It's not. It wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, so we have 1 and almost half a minute left.
Yeah. And to get a point, they have to finish in this 1.3 minutes, 1.5 minutes. So
because otherwise it doesn't count.
no,
Even though someone has a queen up, if the time is up, you don't get a point.
that's correct. And well, our viewers at least cannot see the end of tournament timer, but we can tell them. So it's now 1 minute left to end of tournament, and they both have 50 seconds. So I mean, if one side just thinks a lot, it will be quite hard to win that fast. But black seems to be the better side somehow, trying to win or get some mating net.
Oh, he lost his passport.
Yeah.
So, oh, so they
So
have
30
to be
seconds
real
left
quick.
to the end of the tournament.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going for a queen, and he'll probably get one. The question
Black
is,
offers, yeah, they got a draw because he said that we will both not get any points, so let's just
let's just agree on a draw and get
and
some.
actually that draw put him 1 point up.
So that was a really smart decision.
Yeah, exactly. That was very smart of him, and it shows his like awareness that he needs that 1 point to get something. So yeah, and
okay, and that's it.
That's it. So the first
we are done.
First player fire some Anishkiri fan, we suppose.
Yeah. The second one is our also second favorite player today.
Yeah, I knew his full name, Shant Sarkisyan. Okay, he's a Armenian grandmaster.
Yeah. Okay,
2,600 rated, so quite strong. And third place is Vugar Rasulov from Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Let's look if there is any. Well, there are other prizes for the lower rated players, like lower than 2,200, 1,800, and 1,400. Some chess lessons, but those we have to check from the list because we have to look at the starting list. And
I see.
sometimes there is rating changes, and this is not possible to exactly see from the final list because the final list always has the final ratings.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's see if there is any comments. No comments. We have only yes. People are saying thank you. Well, only one person. Well, we thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you as well.
Thanks for Maria for being the co-host.
Sure, it was a pleasure. There were some real good games to see this time. Well, previously as well, but today also, and I really enjoyed spending time here with you.
We did some nice analysis, interesting positions, which is
this is the point
good.
of this commentary, right?
So thank you very much all, and visit chessinside.com if you are interested in learning chess. It's never too late to learn chess.
To start. Right. And see Queen's Gambit, so maybe you'll have this push to do it.
And
to start.
There are quite very good players who started later on. I mean, maybe not grandmasters, but FIDE masters I know of who started around their 20s, 25s. So it's just motivation.
Yeah, sure. So you can become your better chess self anytime you want.
Exactly. So we thank everyone, and well, thank you for watching.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.